Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Pabs, a Rice VTuber and an artist, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be designing a summer outfit for myself. So we're coming up on the end of June. Depending on where you live, things have already been heating up, but over here for me, things are only now just starting to get warm. So I kind of wanted to get a summer outfit together. The problem being that I have no idea how to do that. I I don't know how I'm gonna make like an outfit that's as iconic as my green hoodie, but I've gathered a few resources to try and help myself. So these top pictures. I censored them myself. They were from this walk around tour of a mall for my home country. So I just took pictures of any outfits that I thought looked kind of hard. Let's see what else we got. We got some gauchos. We have a few dudes with ascots. We have some of the Fate Grand Order character designs. I think these are cute. I didn't know how to like make something summary, and I think actually bringing on the Fate Grand Order ones might have been a bad idea because first of all, nobody dresses like that. All of them have jackets, which is the thing as well. I like my jackets when I make character designs, and summer is kind of antithetical to all that. But you can see that there are some people with jackets. Actually, no, none of these people are wearing jackets. Some of them. Wait, no, this guy is. This guy's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt under a leather jacket. That's pretty tight. This guy's got like an overshirt too. That's neat. I took a picture of this guy's shirt because I thought it looked really cool. Like I don't know, something about that line arrangement is really nice. Looking forward to seeing the fit. We in for a hot rice summer. Correct. Hmm. Honestly, out of the Fate Grand Order ones, the one that I'm kind of most in love with is probably Gareth's outfit. Look at her; she's just so happy to be here, and I think like the long sleeve. So I don't like this one here because it looks like it would be too stuffy, right? Melt is also nice, but I'm kind of attached to the idea of wearing pants. Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not daring enough to go around not wearing pants yet, but I don't know. It just has a good summery vibe, in spite of the icebergs and the penguins. What the fuck happens in like the FGO events in summer recently? I haven't tuned in since the one where they were basically making Comic Ed but with servants. I have no idea what's been going on in that game. Oh yeah, also here we have the French. I think it was like the French Olympics outfits, which look really nice. They have a very kind of like 80s vibe to them, which I think is also nice. All right. With that being said, let's just start workshopping ideas, right? Like, let's just have these in the background and start workshopping ideas. So, one of the ones that I kind of liked was what this lady here was wearing. She has a set of overalls on, right? So, actually, you know what I think the first move should be is just having like a sort of Pabst dress up doll we can mess around with. Right, so let's start with that. It doesn't need to be super detailed. In fact, it's probably for the best if it's in as little detail as possible. Let's see. I don't know. Should we like slap some trunks over this guy? I feel like maybe that would be a good decision instead of just like Barbie dolling him or Ken dolling him, as the case may be. I actually think my legs are shorter than that. I've talked about it. I don't know if I've talked about it too much recently. I have decided to bump down my cannon height from like 140 centimeters down to an even 100. So now I'm even smaller than before. Which is a double edged sword, because on the one hand, now my height looks like reasonable for somebody with my proportions, right? Like you would not expect this guy to be 140 centimeters tall. But also it means that I do am smaller now. I am very much on like the tiny side now, right? It was nice too because I used to actually be taller than a couple other VTubers, but now there's not whole lot of people who are shorter than I am. Like I used to have some friends who were like in the 140. I saw some folks as well who were like in the 140, 130 range, but never as low as 100. I'm setting the bar here. I'm in the lead. All right, so this is going to be our Pabs mannequin that we're going to be using. Let's make a few of them. Go, my homunculi. my my dress fashion homunculi. All right. So the first one I wanted to try out was actually the outfit over here with the overalls. I think that would actually look kind of nice. I think she's wearing proper shoes. So we can try going for that. The thing that I want more than anything is to make this outfit look breezy. Right? I want to inspire like the feeling of like, oh, this thing has like great air circulation. I don't know. Should we do up the? Let me take another look here. So it kind of cuts off at the midriff here, right? Before continuing up in a vertical fashion. And it'll just be a normal t-shirt over on top. I guess my logo would go around here somewhere. I'd like the parts that go in to be curved a little more. I guess it would end up looking something like this. Now, the thing about this as well is that this could somewhat be resolved if I was willing to give an interesting layer of challenge that I'm adding for myself here. One is based off of my personal preferences, and the other is based off of just my normal character design. I always wear chanclas, is the thing. Like, unless I'm in like a winterized outfit, I'm always wearing like flip flops already. So that's like the footwear department already kind of locked in. That's kind of the issue, is that once you have like the chanclas on you, you can't like. There's no way to make those lighter. It's like you're as light as it gets already. The only logical next step would be going barefoot, but I think that's a bad idea. Also, I don't know, a pulserita or something here. The issue with this one is that it's kind of giving little German boy on his day out on the town. Like if I added myself a propeller cap here, right? You can see kind of like what my issue is with this one. So we might have to workshop this one further. But yeah, that's one idea. The other idea would be kind of to go with what these guys here are going with, which is maybe like a longer sleeved shirt, but untucked, no zero tuckage. And I guess normal jeans as well. I do kind of like the idea of baggy jeans for this one. Although the thing is, and I'm starting to see the issue with this now, is that now I look a little bit. And depending on your personal preferences, this might not even be a bad thing necessarily. I look a little like Fred Durst. Hmm. I don't know what kind of other summer footwear is there, right? Like, I know that there are those like specialized shoes that are supposed to be good for walking underwater or walking on like slippery or wet rock, right? Have you guys ever seen those? Those like really flexible, like amphibious shoes. Hang on, let me see if I can find some pictures. Oh, this is a good example. These ones even have their dogs out. Check this. Check this guy out. Yeah, so there's these like amphibious shoes. I wonder if there's like a Wikipedia page for these. Water shoes? Is that what they're called? Water shoes. Oh yeah, that's actually like that's straight up their name. All right, let's take a look. See here. Mm. And the browser source is here. A water shoe is a type of footwear that is typically used for activities where the feet are likely to become wet. Usually made of a mesh and have a hard sole used to prevent cuts and abrasions when walking in wet, rocky environments. They may often have tiny holes on the bottom or sides of the shoe to allow for quick water drainage. Most people do not wear socks with water shoes. Okay, water socks are maintain the feeling of being barefoot, ideal for swimming, and can sometimes be worn inside scuba gear, which is interesting. Canvas shoes reinforced with rope known as bathing shoes were part of Victoria women's bathing costumes. They were held in place with ribbons. Bathing shoes. All right, let's hang on. Let's take a look here. Huh. Okay. Not at all what I was. Okay, this is kind of more what I was picturing. These are like boxing shoes. Like you could step into the ring with these. I'm kind of into it, honestly. All right, fuck it. Let's. Oh god, I forgot that I had this one with their dogs out. All right, let's go back a little bit. Okay, that's an interesting. We'll abandon this one for the time being. Although I guess we can probably hang on. We can probably finish this one up real quick. So for this one, to look a little bit like I have a collar out here, and it'll probably open up pretty deep. That like I would expect a decent neckline here. Maybe a chain or something. I don't know. I could go for a kind of almost Miami Vice looking outfit. Honestly, this actually gives me an idea. Hang on. What if I had like a. Alright, so hear me out, alright? These kind of bathing shoes, this pattern of of these like lace up bathing shoes. Hold on, can I also share another pair of shoes which are pretty tight? Look at these. Those are pretty cool. Hang on. Reenactment Victorian swimwear. I feel like we are on the cusp of something incredible. Hang on. So, okay, what would be the? Yo, they have a Pinterest for this. Let's fucking go. All right. No, check this out. Like, look at. This is such an incredible. This is what they wear to the beach in Victorian era. That's frankly incredible. But yeah, this is actually giving me some ideas because like these do look pretty breezy. Like it's kind of cool that this one's based off of like this almost reminds me of like a Greek toga, right? Hang on. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna need to remember to be fleet with my web browser source so we can flip between easily. Alright, what else is cooking here? I'm kind of fascinated by this concept now. Holy shit. With like the tailcoats and everything? Sick. Alright. What else you got for me? Let's see here. Honestly, the one with the Greek inspired little lines is probably one of the strongest ones so far. I like this red and I am not logging in, Pinterest. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I am not logging in. I am not making an account. You know, today, right? I realized how bad it's gotten in terms of like accessibility for what you can access without making a fucking account for everything. Right? Like this morning, a friend of mine, Leov, he sent me a TikTok, right? I don't know, I don't have a TikTok account. I don't have a TikTok downloaded on my phone. I don't have that shit on there. But I did want to see what he sent me. So I was on my phone, right? And I was like, all right, let's take a look. And this is straight up like a sailor suit. So I opened the link on the phone immediately. Don't you want to download the app? And I'm like, no, I'd like to see the video. And I click, no, I don't want to download the app. So then I get to the actual main player. At the bottom of the screen, a huge pop-up. Yo, you want to make some videos on the app? And I'm like, no, I just want to see this video though. And then I close out of that. That's two things, super intrusive things so far. With a third one, mind you, at the top of the actual like interface, right? So I'm already getting kind of sick of this. So I hit play on the video. I hit the little triangle button, which is universally understood to mean I want to play this video. And you know what that shit did? It opened up the App Store so I could download TikTok. There was no way for me. I press on the play button. You're not allowed to just send me to the fucking App Store. If I hit your play button, you play the video. What is your fucking problem? But yeah, it's bad out there. Christ. And I think we've plumped this well dry. I think this is what we're gonna have in terms of like main inspiration for the Victorian swimsuit. This hat is fucking putting me in stitches. The floppy tasseled hat with a hard brim. For a night out on the beach, you are sick in the head. But I respect it. I forgot to open up the shoes, actually. Hang on. I in my innocence. Oh yeah, we need to add this one to the pile too. Not this one, but although they do look nice. Why are these shoes the size of Memphis? Alright, so here's my call for the shoes, right? Almost like folded outward, so they're like you know how like in Golden Sun or like in Zelda they have like those folds at the top for the boots? Kind of think in that direction. Alright, then for the bathing suits themselves. Hey, Cypress, how you doing? I'm looking up Victorian swimsuits for ideas for summer outfits. The little sailor boy fit on the right. Wait, which one? This one? This one here? Or this one? The dark blue and red, you mean? Honestly, that's what this first one is looking like. If I'm being fully honest. But I kind of want to. These are like Victorian era bathing suits. Why is this one printed on the back of like music sheet? That is befuddling. fucking actual like Greek sandals to go with your Greek outfit. They didn't know how to make more paper. I would believe that actually. Okay. Hmm. Could I get away with just having? Okay, no, there's buttons up here too. Hmm. Let's see. Okay, this is a fascinating development. I will need to be careful so it doesn't accidentally look like a bib. We can ideate on that a little bit more in the future. Like this does, I think if I remove it, it'll look much better almost instantly. Like this little pattern here, because right now it looks like a frill, and I do look like I'm supposed to be wearing a tiny little bonnet and have a little pacifier. So we're gonna steer away from that. We're gonna we're gonna like figure out how to avoid doing that. Ideally. Yeah, we're gonna diverge from that timeline. We're gonna just like swoosh right across it, just avoiding it completely. We are not gonna take an exit at the Pabs Goo Goo Gaga timeline. All right. As for the last one, I actually wanted to go for like a more kind of like this sort of look. I wanted like an ascot and everything. So I think that would look a little bit like this. This also gives me a good excuse to not show my neck or like to divert attention away from my neck. But yeah, this will basically be like a sort of almost Canadian tuxedo sort of fit. Almost like 80s common writer looking sort of shit. You would see Takeshi Hongo in this fit. Sort of like that. There we go. And I guess for the shoes, we could probably have like proper shoes for this one. I think having myself be in like dress shoes for this one might look kind of nice. Is there anything else I wanted to try? I guess a fourth one we could do if we were so inclined, right? Is to go for almost, and I'm gonna use this, and I use this like very broadly, almost like a Tekken 3 King outfit, where I have a high waisted sweatpants, possibly a shirt that says like Mishima Saibatsu, right? Maybe it's a singlet even. I don't know. Or, tank top, I guess would be the right word. Let's see here. Yeah, just the biggest, most poofiest pants you can imagine. I look like one of those like Dragon Ball characters. But I was just comfy in the heat. Yeah, that's my one concern with the King outfit is that unless I have a proper tank top on, it feels like it might be a little bit hard to stay cool in. Hmm. I think one more we could do, right, before we start developing these any further, would be to go for a, in the same spirit of like this one being like the Victorian era women's bathing suits, we could almost go for like just a straight up swimsuit, but like it's one of those like really old timey bathing suits as well. It's like this with the stripes. I wore one of these for a what do you call the promo for Mysteries Under Lake Ophelia. I don't know. I don't know if it's valid to. I have no idea if the Victorian era swimsuits were even comfy in the heat. I doubt it. Yeah, no. The thing is that they were mostly their two purposes. I imagine were one, be okay to wear after you get wet, and two, preserve your modesty. Neither of only one of which is really like conducive to being okay with the heat. Actually, hang on. Maybe we have a Wikipedia page we can look at for this. Let's see. Sports footwear. Hang on. Bathing suits. Swimsuit. Clothing worn for swimming. American 1920s women's bathing suit. That looks pretty tight. Body coverage. History. Here we go. Oh my god. She's kind of got that shit on, though. All right. In classical antiquity, swimming and bathing were done naked. I doubt I could go in that direction for my outfit. All right. Women playing sports and exercising wearing two-piece suits covering the areas around their breasts and hips in a fashion remarkably similar to the present-day bikini. There is no evidence that they were used for swimming. All classical pictures of swimming show nude swimmers. All right. Okay, you could do the fundoshi. No law against nude swimming. Bath Corporation official bathing dress code of 1737 prescribed of men, it is ordered, established, and decreed by this corporation that no male person above the age of 10 years shall at any time hereafter go into the bath or baths within this city by day or night without a pair of drawers and a waistcoat on their bodies. Wait, so they had to go in with a vest and boxers? What a fit. Could you imagine you're going into like your local like bathing hot springs or whatever, and you see a motherfucker in like those like heart boxers and whatnot, and a waistcoat besides? Holy shit! I feel like I need to give this guy like a proper mustache too. This guy, 0% chance this guy doesn't know how to fight. By the way, this is gonna be Dudley's outfit when he's finally added to Street Fighter 6. By the way, I've seen my friend who works at Capcom told me that's what's gonna happen. Why are you so egg-headed? That's a little better. Anyway, back to the history of bathing suits. Okay, slamming the nudes, caleçons. Even then, there were many who protested against them and wanted to remain in the nude. Okay. Interesting. So female bathing costumes were derived from those worn at bath and other spas. It would appear that until the 1670s, nude female bathing in the spas was the norm, and after that time, women bathed clothed. Inter. Yo. Study at a quiet French watering place. Now then, monsieur, your form is that of the manliest beauty, and you are altogether a most attractive object. But you've stood there for long enough, so jump in and have done with it. Is that Harrier Dubois? This is incredible. Yo, leaked pictures from from Disco Elysium 2. God. This is what would have made Disco Elysium 2 sell a reversal million copies. Alright, okay. Okay, in the 18th century, women wore bathing gowns in the water. These were long dresses of fabrics that would not become transparent when wet, with weights sewn into the hem so they would not rise up in the waters. The men's swimsuit, a rather form-fitting wool garment with long sleeves and legs similar to long underwear, was developed and would change little for a century. Huh. Alright, so, the guys didn't get off easy either, apparently. Like, they had to go around in the water in the summertime with a whole wool jumpsuit on. It sounds like it just sucked for everyone. In the 19th century, the women's double suit was common, compromising with a gown from shoulders to knees, plus a set of trousers with leggings going down to the ankles. Well, I mean, on the other hand, right, if you're already jumping into the water, I'm guessing that would actually be kind of bearable too, because then the water's cold, you can just chill in your nice, warm, full body dress. Not the best outcome, but it's not nothing. Actually, no, that's still pretty bad. Alright, and yeah, now we're getting into the more modern stuff. Alright. I think I've heard enough. Sorry, monsieur, but you're gonna have to leave the premises. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting to find out about. Time was you could. I'm realizing just now that if we had those dudes who were protesting against being forced to wear boxers and the vests in modern day, they would be like, you can't go naked into the swimming hole no more because of woke. God. That's kind of beautiful to think about. All right. Actually, I did want to look something up as well. So, Miami Vice outfit. You can still piss in the pools, though. Woke can't take that from us. So that has a point. We've kind of just removed all the cool parts of being swimming stuff, but we've still got that going for us. God. There used to be this public pool in one of the neighborhoods where I grew up, right? There used to be this public pool that I didn't think much of it at the time, but I'm currently under the impression that it was probably around 50% piss by volume on any given day. I'm not liking what the odds are that the piss ratios aren't great, is what I'm saying. The woke left will never stop me from chugging 12 Bud Lights and then letting one out in the 3-foot deep section. You're right. I guess they can't really stop you from doing that. I wish you would stop doing that, though. I think maybe you should stop doing that. Not necessarily, but for other reasons. I'm not saying like you have to, but like I'm saying consider it. I'll move it to the 4 foot section. One brick at a time, I guess. I kind of miss going to swimming pools. I haven't gone swimming properly since the whole COVID thing happened. But I don't know. I really like swimming. Swimming is fun. I've never been particularly a fast swimmer, but I do enjoy swimming a lot. So I wish I could get back into it a little bit. I'm pretty sure there's a YMCA not too far from where I live, so maybe I could go take a dip there if I ever work up the courage. The last time I went into a swimming pool, somebody broke a glass beer bottle, and we all had to drunkenly dive around looking for glass shards. Fun group activity. I bet that'll be great training for learning how to hold your breath underwater. But yeah, also that's kind of dangerous. Yeah, that doesn't sound particularly safe. Like, I guess depending on the equipment. Well, no, even with proper equipment, that's kind of unsafe. You're kind of fucked if that's kind of like the scenario you're working with, right? Like, if you wanted to get all of it right, you need to go into a public pool. You need to like drain the pool, grab like the ordinary like glass cleaning equipment. Oh, hey, Jupiter. It wasn't dangerous. It was just reckless. That shit was a public pool. Oh my god. Hey Jupiter, we're talking about experiences with pool. How's your stream though? I saw you were playing a few demos, right? Did you have fun? Yeah, go follow Jupiter. Jupiter plays a lot of interest and has the widest strike zone of any gaming streamer that I know of. You rocking the Miami Vice fit? That's one of the ideas. It went well. Hey, that's good to hear. I do think I need to make the waistline higher though, or maybe. Hmm. And kind of flatten it out a little bit. I think that might be the best scenario. Paths and Tool Buddy Cop movie gonna go hard. That would actually be an incredible idea. I do enjoy that idea a lot. I think this one should also just be wearing shoes. Fish for cars and help the spirits move on. Nice. I feel like if I'm putting the sleeve there for this one, the other one needs to be low as well. I think this one also needs a chain or some kind of implement. It can't just be the shirt. Hmm. Okay. For this one here, right? I've actually been thinking about it a little bit. I kind of want to see what it looks like with one of the straps down. Right? No, I feel like that's a little bit too Dennis the Menace coded. Maybe I could like have it be almost like this. You know how some people wear the what do you call it, the overalls with the front part down? That sort of idea. Menace Rice Beast. God. I do feel like Rice Beast would relate to Dennis the Menace as a character rather heavily. Also, I don't know. I don't remember why I also brought in this picture of like a cat with a beanie, or like this beanie with like a muscle cat on it. But it's kind of an interesting vibe. It reminds me a little bit of the outfit I had on for the Street Fighter Six thumbnails. But yeah, I don't know. I'm worried that some of these don't look cool, like cool as in like sufficiently ventilated enough. So I kind of want to. Yeah, I was concerned that they wouldn't look ventilated enough, but in reality, I'm already getting plenty of ventilation just by being out of the hoodie. Rising bad? Rising bad is what my baking teacher said when I fucked up the yeast measurements on my loaf of bread. Wait, are you intentionally covering the screen with my enemy vice? Or oh no, that was an unfortunate coincidence. I have nothing against this guy. I don't know who is this supposed to be somebody? I feel like that's supposed to be somebody. My fault. Okay, there we go. No, I mean your butt. Oh shit! Complete. I left that on. Oh fuck. I I am so sorry. Oh no. The streamer's embarrassment. I have to go out with honor. I I can't do this shit no more. Goodbye. Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Paz, a Ricine VTuber and an artist, and today we're going to be designing some summer outfits. Boy, it's been a weird day. I woke up right here on my desk in my chair with OBS already running, and this art was just open for me. I must be working my sleep or something. Whew! Crazy how that happens. uh, don't know how we got here, but I think it's going to be a pretty good stream. Oh, I see we've got rated by Jupiter too. That's lovely. I'm sorry I couldn't receive you properly on account of the fact that I was unconscious up until now and had absolutely nothing cooking. Yeah, welcome to stream, everyone. How you doing? Okay, I kind of want to see. All right, this time I'm not going to turn on my browser source because I'm scared. But what about like a Greek toga sort of? I don't know what kind of shit that the Greeks have on. Like Greek dress. Here we go. Hold on. I'm gonna temporarily reactivate the browser source because this guy kind of got that shit on. Get a gander of this dude. Okay, let's see. All right, Pap. So when it's Fat Boy Summer, so you're obligated to have one option where the gut does hang out. You're right, actually. Hang on, I do have an idea for that. Back when I was streaming Rumbleverse, I had this outfit idea for based on like my Rumbleverse character, where it was like a Hawaiian shirt, right? Unbuttoned completely, gut hanging out, and wearing a pair of jeans like this. Actually, it would just be my normal jeans. There we go. And still just the same sandals as ever. The Hawaiian shirt and gut combo is unmatched in general. Yeah, maybe it's because I watched Shaman King as a child, but I always thought that a character who just like goes around with a shirt unbuttoned is kind of awesome. Remember how they announced like they were remaking Shaman King, and I completely forgot about what the hell was going on with that? I don't think I've heard a single peep about anybody about the remade Shaman King at all. Tool is perfect for a Virgil role on account of the blue and the rival, but with the summer heat and maybe Dante's Inferno instead. That's a good point. We know the remake happened at least. Oof. And actually, hang on. What if I had? I don't know. I don't know how to make this outfit saucier. Is the problem? April 1st, 2021 to April 21st, 2022. Please don't write that down like it's some kind of funeral. That makes it sound like it's an obituary for the poor show. Although, depending on how badly it was received, it might be necessary. Add a gold chain necklace. Maybe some kind of surfer necklace. Actually, I don't know about a gold chain though. Or actually, maybe 2 gold chain. Apparently, it is through Netflix. Oof. Hang on, let me pop open Google real quick. Shaman King 2021 TV series. Let me see those Metascore reviews. How's it looking? Critical reception. Damn, 52 episodes. That's a lot. Giant diamond encrusted rice beans chain? God. Hang on. Shaman King by Talital. Anime. Okay, critical response. Okay, Deus Ex Machina. Hit all the right buttons in volume 1. Okay, this is all about the manga series. Hang on. Shaman King 2021 ratings. MyAnimeList.net. How's it looking, Chief? 6.9. Nice. But not very good. Oof. 6.9 on IMDb too. Nice. But yeah, giant diamond encrusted rice beast chain. Hold on. Yeah, some kind of Waka Flocka flame type shit. There we go. Naya hat too. Actually, maybe that would be better for like the. Or actually, no, it might be good for this one too. Just having a hat back here. Yeah, for the one back here, I also wanted to add some paint splotches as well. Let's see. All right, so for the Greek swimsuit one, right? We go back to that Victorian swimsuit folder. I think the main thing that's setting this one apart is the fact that it has like that kind of almost quilt at the bottom, right? So I think if we can maybe push that up here. Actually, we can almost combine that a little bit, right? Like we had Gareth from FGO back here, right? Gareth Summerfit from FGO. So what I'm thinking is almost like a combination of these two things, a synthesis of the ideas, where it's like it's a little bit further. Open up. It's opened up a little bit further in the front. It's almost kind of like hanging off of me. And then I guess a better idea would be to have it be like this. I don't know. Does that mean I should have the shoulders open or something? I feel like the strongest points of identification for the Greek one are the kind of folds here. Hmm. All right, here's how we do it, I think. Forget about like the middle parting part, right? Or actually maybe we can just push it upward. All right, so here's how we're going to do it. We're going to have it extend almost down here, and then it's almost going to open up like so. May only one-handed? Or one-sided? Trying to figure out how to combine these two successfully. May I add a hoodie? Actually, yeah, hold on. If we add a hood here, that creates a good place for the kind of middle line to be. May extend the line here to be a sort of sash. And have the shoulder open like so. I feel like almost having the shorter swimwear is also going to be necessary. And in the spirit of having the little Greek things, we can have these here. Just running along the edge of the hood. This is such a strange outfit, but I think it's good that we're getting creative with it. I think that that's a very critical part of the whole process. And to maintain those Greek vibes, right? We can have the sandals be a little bit almost more ankle length. Remember those? Hang on. Hercules sandals. Remember those? How in Hercules they had like the air Hercs? These shits. I was kind of wondering if I should go for something like that, but I feel like that would not. Hmm. I mean, it wouldn't be very difficult. That is the thing as well. Those demons, those little, huh? Oh God, why is that going so fast? Though, is it just me, or is it a little weird that like in Hercules, the Greek movie, they had like these almost sort of like Christian demons. That always felt a little out of place. Actually, hold on. Like I'm only just now registering. Everything else is like very Greek inspired, but these dudes are straight up like Christian imps or satanic imps, I guess. It's a little weird. Also, why is this guy almost half my exact same proportions? I'm not going to think about all this. You know what? This isn't worth spending brain cells on. They migrated over with the sports culture, implying that sports culture is like it's like innately Christian. Basketball is ordained by God. It is kind of like the logical leap to make here. Or sports are demonic. Okay, that's a much more interesting take. Okay. The holy ball game. Our holy ball game versus their wretched. Their wretched. American football. Honestly, as far as America as football goes, it is kind of. As far as ball games go, American football is kind of wretched. Actually, maybe we can go with like a full on cowboy outfit. Need some sick ass art of Pavs shooting hoops. I'm like our blessed ball game versus their wretched roughhousing. Yeah, God, dog. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. They are not drafting me for the Lakers. I am like 4'2". I'm like 5'2" canonically. They are not putting my ass on the NBA drafts. Put me on your fantasy basketball team if you want me to lose. If you want to lose, feel free. Hmm. All right, evolution of the king outfit. I'm trying to like do these in like evolutionary lines, right? Like so the step up from like the overalls would be to have the overalls kind of half done. Meanwhile, the evolution from just a shirt and jeans would be the kind of Miami Vice fit. We went a little bit out of left field with the wrestler fit, but that's fine. Me seeing Paz miss all of his half court shots, man, he not stroking like normal. Yeah, you think that the NBA has some interesting techniques now. Wait until I introduce my my new patented technique called the chaos stroke. They're gonna throw you into mortar and beat you with hammers so you become flexible enough to stretch out into a mochi beast. They got my ass doing Monkey D. Luffy stunts just so they don't go 0-28. Gotta head to bed, but looking forward to seeing the results of these on Twitter. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. All right. I was talking about the evolution of the king fit, right? So maybe that one can be almost like a crop top. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas at the wall right now. Hmm. This just looks like a kind of acrobatics outfit, which I'm not entirely against, but it doesn't have a very summery vibe. I do have the drawing screen on, right? Yeah, okay. Although I did take away the top row tabs, is okay for the bathing suit. I don't know how to advance this one anymore. The thing is that it's already a very simplistic outfit, so advancing it would almost mean like taking away parts of it as it is. I guess maybe we can go in a different direction. How about okay? So we have the idea for the overalls, right? What do we have? What if we have like an opened jumpsuit? Like you know how some people will tie the sleeves of a boiler suit into a knot and wear it like pants? What about something like that? I gotta be careful too because if I don't watch my lines here, I'm gonna end up looking like a Scrafty. And don't get me wrong, Scrafty's a cool Pokemon, but it's like I'd like to avoid the comparisons and possible litigation lawsuits resulting from such comparisons, if at all possible. I'd like to beat the allegations. The problem with this one, the Scrafty Gajinka look, yeah. I think the problem with this one is that it's not providing my silhouette enough. Like, hang on. There we go. I need having the pants be lower like this gives it a much better silhouette. But then it also means that it's like the folded part is like right on my butt crack, which is not ideal. Or maybe if I'm like doing the bit of like a of like a plumber who doesn't have like well adjusted pants, in a way that would work. Hmm, there we go. Kind of like this. The issue with some of these is that I also don't have enough space for my logo. Like for example, I mean, for this one, I could just replace the diamond brass beast, the brass beast, the diamond encrusted rice beast chain with like a Pabs chain, right? I don't know. Maybe I could add almost like a bandana or something. That might look kind of nice, actually. I'm on the wrong layer, but that's fine. We're not. This is just kind of like shooting and seeing what sticks. So I'm not really worried about the layer control here. Actually, that the bandana would probably go great with this one here. Hmm. Maybe some kind of sports sweatband for this one? That one has a beanie already. I'm kind of wondering which one of these would look best with like a baseball cap, although this one could probably benefit from having a normal classical straw hat or something. Yeah, out of all of these, I think the one that looks the most beach ready is this one. The one that has the strangest design is probably this one, but I don't know which one I'm most attached to personally. Like none of these are jumping out at me and being like, "This is the one," which is fair. I wasn't expecting to get this like fully done within the first try, right? Outfits are hard, dude. Hmm. Let's think here. I think the one that appeals to me the most right now is probably this one. So here's what let's do. Let's add a little star under the ones that I think are strong contenders. So I think out of all of these, those two are showing the most promise out of all of them. I don't know. I think it's not a bad thing to focus on the simplicity. So I think having the old timey bathing suit one might actually be a decent shot. But again, it's kind of missing that oomph. So I'm kind of wondering what to add to it. Maybe if I go Wikipedia diving again, I'll find something interesting. the the guy that's like, all right, I need to go to Wikipedia to figure out all my ideas, or else I'll die. Hmm. Honestly, the idea of having some wristbands isn't a bad touch. My only issue with this one is that it doesn't look breezy enough. Fashionable summer clothing, real cool, good looking. I ain't mind journey, damn it. Having those words as a basis for direction is a good idea, but saying them like that might not really help. Hmm. The thing is too, right? I'm trying to think of like how these would look on like meat suit pads because I feel like that would be a good determination of whether or not I like them. So, for example, if we're going by that idea, I think the Victorian bathing suit might be a little bit bare bones. And why might that be? Because if I go to draw, say, meat suit pads, right? I've actually been thinking about redoing meat suit pads a little bit. Like right now, he's a little bit lanky looking, right? So like normal Pabs is, hang on, right? So like if this is normal Pabs, right? And I'm trying to express my frustration with this. I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect because I don't look enough. Like I base my meat suit off of like just what I look like, right? Like that's just me straight up. Foregoing all pretense of kayfabe here, that's just me straight up. Oh, hang on. Right, so if this is like normal rice Pabs with his fucked up triangular feet. I think, yeah, and right now Meat Suit Pabs is a little bit like this. I, I think it's like there's too much of a disconnect. Like it's kind of a lurch almost, right, from point A to point B. So I was thinking about like maybe compacting him a little bit, making him a little bit wider, like around like this. I don't know. That's the idea for the time being. I'll figure that out later, though. For the time being, hmm. Actually, I do want to let's try to make like one more row of these, right? Okay, hang on. So it's right now we have 12 designs, which is actually quite a lot. But let's see if we can't go for 18. So yeah, one of the things that I'm thinking for this Greek toga one, right? I'm kind of thinking about it a lot because it's like the most fashionable one right now. So I like the idea of it having the top part here that's almost disconnected from the rest of it. Right? Then there's the sort of sash in the middle. But then I think instead of going upward like that, it should actually go down. Like that. This looks like some kind of generic fantasy villager clothes though. So that's my one problem with it. Maybe if I remove this top part and just have it like that, that's actually quite a lot more interesting already. This way it's like a much longer hoodie rather than what it was previously. The idea of like these attached sleeves is kind of hilarious, so it gives it a kind of futuristic look. Let's see. Hmm. What else is there to be done? Let's get rid of the stars here for now. I feel like they're putting too much pressure on it. On me. On whatever. All right, for this one, what I kind of want to try and do is maybe almost like a halfway point between it being a t-shirt and the full-on shirt, which is I'll have a sort of rolled up shirt here. Like that. And these will just be dress pants like before. You know, with the center pleat going down them. This almost gives me like disco vibes, honestly. Which might be fun, you know, having a little bit of a disco dancing outfit, maybe with like taller shoes. Hmm. Interesting idea. Maybe I can add like a floral pattern to the shirt to make it more summery. Okay, then for the wrestler idea, you know what might be interesting to shift around the wrestler part is to have the shirt be not a robe, maybe shorter actually, or maybe like ripped and torn. Hmm. Or maybe it's almost like it's just the sleeves. It's just the sleeves. There's still a collar, but this time around, it's like there's a bandana as well. Maybe we have some fist straps too. This is looking a little bit too like RPG barehanded class brawler kind of look, but I think that's fine as well. Yeah, this is like D&D monk pabs. And for this one, we'll just go barefooted. It does go hard, right? Maybe even like a tie here. Yeah, there we go. We're covering up the most of the chest with the bandana. Then for exercise pabs, this is supposed to be like training stuff. So maybe hang on. Maybe what we can do, get those dogs away, is 80s men exercise clothing. When we do the Shonen Panic at the Dojo campaign, you should just be monk paths among the non-Sona OCs. God. I do want to have at some point. I worry when I play tabletop games that by just playing Pabs the Sona, I don't know. I'm hesitant to do that because I feel like it'll just be like he's a guy in Pabs. I don't know. I'm always a little bit worried that it's going to be too self-indulgent if I do that. But maybe this is what I need to give me the holy shit. Hello? Wait, does that say okay? I thought that said $353 for this hat, which would have been crazy. But no, it's just like the codes for each of these. All right, that's actually a lot better. Okay, none of these are particularly speaking to me. I really don't like those socks. 80s men exercise sweatpants. Holy fuck, these are incredible. Check these out. Oh my god. You look like one of those solo cups. These are like Suicune pants. Hmm. All right. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's what like one of these other ones is missing. It's just like an interesting jacket. Hmm. Oh, this guy's going for it. You're right. You guys know that one video of like those guys doing exercise, right? And it's like a very viral video. It's like all these bunch of men and women in tights doing exercise at once. You think that like, do you think those were actually used as exercise videos at some point, or was that always just kind of a meme thing? Do you think? Hmm. All right. So for this one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have just a small jacket like this, but then we're gonna have to make the rest of the outfit pretty breezy. Hmm. What about like a big divot up here? How about that? Yeah, maybe these can almost look like exercise shorts, but long. All right. This is the kind of point where I like in the creative process where it's like the hardest thing to do on a creative project is to do like just the decision making. But occasionally you kind of just get a bunch of ideas at once. And that's the fun part. Hmm. For this one, maybe we'll be in sneakers. Nah. They should invent a sort of flip flop that you can run with. Like really, really do serious exercise with. The problem is that there's no structural way for that to be right unless you can somehow attach a sort of grip bar to the chancla itself, and then at the same time train your foot and condition your foot to be able to grip on that bar as hard as it can whenever it does work. But I feel like that's a lot of effort to go through for literally anything, honestly. Hmm. Okay, let's try something extreme with the overall one, right? So before the extremeness was just was having it be like paint splotched like that, right? What if we go even further and have it just be a muscle shirt? I don't know. Was side boob one of those things that like Twitch banned? I think it was like under boobs specifically, right? I don't remember. I remember seeing like a graph a little while ago about like that somebody made to show what you can and can't show on like in per Twitch TOS. And I think I'm pretty safe regardless because I'm not particularly big as a entertainer. They'll make an exception for you. That's true. And if not, we can always go dig up some compromat on Jeff Bezos and convince him otherwise. Easy as pie. Okay, interesting development with the overalls is the thick cuffs. I feel like that might be helpful as well for establishing what I want the summer fit to look like. All right, we need one more idea. It's gonna be. Hang on, is there like a? Hold on. Weird clothes fashion show summer clothing summer line. Holy shit! This is kind of saucy. If I feel like this is like from a ridiculous catwalk outfits that you never actually wear. I think this is a very strong outfit, honestly. This looks good as hell. Sure, it kind of looks a little bit like you skinned 5 Lorexes to make it, but you know what? It kind of speaks. It does feel like a very strong piece of clothing. Dr. Seuss looking at clothing. Yeah, right? Okay. Interesting. All right, all right. Is this another dude strapped to his back? I think that's what's going on here. I had a hard time. What is. Hold on. Is this AI generated? I don't think this is AI. This. How come there's such a fucking huge guy back here? What? How small is this one? The fit for when you want to know if there's one fish, two fish, red fish, or blue fish. I suppose so. Can we talk about like the freakishly tall guy back here, though? Hold on. Is this AI generated? Shoot straight with me. Is this okay? No, that's uh-huh. Okay. Tell me about the huge guy. What is this one's deal? Okay, you have literally nothing on the huge guy, but these are all from Shutterstock, so these aren't AI generated. I have so many questions. Can we talk about the identity of the giant back there? Please, I'm dying to know more about him. Okay. This has also kind of got that shit on. This. Honestly, think about it this way, right? If you're out and about and you want to create some shade for the homies, this is how you do it. This would almost like perfectly emulate the feeling of like being under a tree during a hot day. You would just need to like one sacrificial person in the group to be like, all right, I'll bite the bullet and face the sun by myself. When you will have your personal space respected. God. This guy's kind of dual wielding those San Francisco Bean statues. This looks like that moon Pokemon. This is kind of cool. I like that one. I don't think it's San Francisco. What? Hang on. Chicago? It might be Chicago. Chrome Steel. No, it is the Chicago Bean. My fault. Excuse me. Yeah, wasn't it out of commission for a second? Like I remember they were like reopening it for the. There was like I saw a couple of people laughing about how it was reopening or something. Hang on. Okay, apparently the proper name for it is Cloud Gate. Design, popular culture, lawsuit against the National Rifle Association. The NRA, okay, a video entitled The Clenched Fist of Truth used an image of CloudGate. Anish Kapoor sued the NRA to stop running the video, pay any profits gained as a result of the video, compensate him for statutory damages equivalent to $150,000 per infringement, and attorney fees. Huh. Worried they snuck a bean into San Francisco when I wasn't looking? Holy shit. Hold on, I'm gonna read this paragraph out loud because it's got some crazy shit in there. Kapoor often relies on tenets of Hinduism in his art and says that the experience of opposite allows for the expression of wholeness. Primal dualities that are one, such as the lingam and yoni, are important to Indian culture, and Cloudgate represents both the male and female in one entity by symbolizing both the vagina and testicles. Thus, it represents a tension between the masculine and the feminine. That was not part of my read about what the statue was about. My fault. I was not. My apologies, Anish Kapoor. I was not familiar with your game. Hold on, what's up with that mask? I thought for a second it was almost like a conch shell kind of thing, but this is kind of cool. I like this one a lot. Hmm. Okay. This is the shit that Ichiban will be wearing in Yakuza 9. The lobster cuirass. Some of these are just hats and soul games. Hmm. This one's really fun. I like this one. Hmm. All right. Hang on. Is there like summer goon clothing? Like, is there like a variant of like the traditional, you know, what do you call criminal goon, but for the summer? Paps, no, don't go goon. It's okay though. Look, I wrote up summer crazy shirt. Crazy shirt. I'm not clicking on this one. Some of these are fucking crazy. Listen, I have to do my part to take it back. Interesting. Okay. Hang on. 1950s goon. Maybe we have to go like further back. Like by 1950s, everybody was too modest, right? There was what the fuck? That everybody was too modest by that point. We need to go back to like the 1920s. The Goon, Dark Horse comic. That's crazy. But maybe that's not a bad idea, actually. Hang on. It is a very summery fit if you take it a certain way. Huh. All right. We can work with this. Like, all right. So here's my take, right? Obviously got to have that sweet hat he's got on. Then I think next step is probably going to be the shirt. Gonna have the pants real hiked up a little bit. Maybe with like a thick belt. Here we go. This is the way. I do like this one a little bit. Quite a lot, actually. Right? Like, I feel like this one has a little bit of that sauce with it. Hmm. Maybe with like gloves or some kind of wrist accessory? I don't know. Knuckle dusters? No. I probably can't. I'm probably not allowed to have knuckle dusters on a casual outfit, no matter how cool it would look. Your Honor, I think my client should be allowed to wield those illegal weapons because he kind of got that shit on. You're not allowed to have knuckle dusters because of the woke. Yeah, that's right. Hmm. Suspenders, maybe? Would suspenders be appropriate? Suspenders might be a bit much. I'm not gonna go with suspenders, but maybe gloves of some kind. Maybe like or maybe even like fingerless gloves. Okay. I do think that one's pretty strong. Hang on. What the There's something screwy going on with my oh wait, hang on. I think I see what it is. I think I see what happened here. Display palette. Wait. Something screwy is going on back here, and I'm not sure what it is. What the Huh? Okay. This is kind of screwing with me. Huh? You know what? I'm just not going to worry about it. I was actually wondering for a second. Hey, wait a second. I don't have my layers. Which is problematic. I need those. Or actually, you know what might go well with this one? Fist wraps. Or maybe even like I was gonna say a bandana, like a bandana tie here, but that's not really right. But yeah, maybe fist wraps. It's not the worst. Maybe I can give myself like an anchor tattoo. God, no, that's not right. Shoot. Yeah, that's the issue here. Is that the arms look a little bit bare. Oh, you know what might actually be a good one? A kind of prisoner's manacle. Nah. It's messing me up. I feel like there needs to be something here. Let's just go with fingerless gloves for the time being. As for the hat, I'm not sure, but okay, so looking at the okay, so now that we have another row, right? We have like 18 to choose from, which is a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and start making my top picks. So I think out of all of these, the ones that are real winners to me are. Hang on. There we go. A whole legion of Pabs, yeah. A small platoon of Pabs. Would a group of Pabs be known as a pot? Or I don't know, a cooker of Pabs. Wait, no, that sounds like somebody's fixing to boil me alive. Okay, out of all of these, I'm really feeling a bag of Pabs. That's a toughie because that one could also just as easily be that there are like like it's a unit of holding of me. You know what I mean? So it's a little hard to differentiate it properly from like hmm. Yeah, it's not totally clear. That's my thing with it, right? But it's a good direction though. All right, time to eradicate like 80% of these Pabses. So long, my friends. It also bugs me that for a few of these, I haven't actually drawn any footwear. It's going to be a little bit problematic down the line, I reckon. Hmm. Okay. So here's my thing. I think we can probably condense some of these into the goon fit. Not all of them, but some of these. Right? So, for example, the big cuffs on the pants here could go towards the bottom of the pants on the goon fit. The kind of color scheme that I had in mind for the old timey bathing suit could go into the shirt here. So the main issue is going to be the headwear, which I'm not really happy with, and what I'm going to be wearing for shoes, which I'm not really sure about. I might do a little bit sort of like with the shoes here. Let's try cooking, right? Like let's try cooking what this fit would look like. Yeah, I have no idea what to do for the headwear. Maybe it'll come to us once we have the rest of it put together. But I do think it's missing something for the head. I don't know. Without my hood, the top of my head looks naked, even though that's not where the hood goes. It's weird. Actually, I'm gonna leave the fingerless gloves without any holes. Let's see. Let's do it like this. All right, that's the belt. I remember I look a little bit like that one Animaniac who wears pants. That's a fair distinction since only one of them wears pants. Those beasts were going around butt ass naked for the most part. Yeah, I like the idea of the belt jutting out like that. Maybe even putting the belt buckle a little bit further down the line. Okay. Do we need belt loops, or I wonder if I can get away with just having the belt? There we go. I feel like I need to bring the part of the belt a little bit further up for all of this to work. Like this needs to be like halfway to my throat, to my non-existent throat, you know, for it to be an effective system. And then maybe we can stretch out the legs just a tiny bit right here. There we go. Proper pair of sneakers, maybe? Honestly, this is kind of growing on me by the second. But maybe we need some kind of hang on. We need some kind of like counterbalance, right? Because this is a little bit too aerodynamic if that makes any sense at all. Also, I do think the belt loops are necessary, but I'm only going to add two. I'm not a monster. Hmm. Maybe some kind of bandana might be good. Maybe the beanie from the Street Fighter 6 saga. Hmm. The hat might fit in quite well here, actually. Now, this would be a hilarious shape to give the hat, but I don't know if I'm into it. Not to mention, it hides my rice, which is a little bit problematic. I can almost do like a sports visor kind of thing. Close. Backwards hat. And it has the top open so we can see the rice still. Today, I am a genius. Hmm. I mean, does that fit with the like the goon kind of vibe that I'm going for though? Maybe it should be like a proper hat. Hmm. I mean, at that point, we might as well make it just a normal backwards hat. Hmm. Strong. I think there's a lot of strong stuff here, but it's still not where I want it to be. Yeah, I think that's a thing as well, right? It's already pretty powerful because of the fact that it's like the goon core outfit on such a tiny. There's a lot of striking points to this, right? Wait, maybe this is where the sandals come in. Nah, I think having the normal chanclas is sufficient. Okay, then. Hmm. Actually, I do think shoes might be appropriate here. Fuck it, got them Velcro high tops on. I don't know. This looks. The issue with this one is that it looks a little too youthful now with like the proper shoes. Maybe. Hmm. I think it's a backwards baseball cap that's doing it as well. Like the backwards hat made it go from kind of youthful to like straight up kiddish. Like I think that's the big differentiator is the backwards baseball cap. We need some kind of other headgear. Maybe. Hang on. What if I? Huh. If I sculpted my rice, it needs to be a little bit more vertical. But we might be on the cusp of something incredible here. Huh. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna go for this, but it is really good. It's gonna hurt to let this one go. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's getting somewhere, but I don't know. I don't know, dude. I I can't do this shit. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Like, listen, sometimes you have a silly idea and you're like, I kind of want to make this work. But sometimes the idea is just, it's too much. You can't pull the trigger. Like, you want to. You feel like if you had the courage, you could do it. But, like, something in the back of your mind, like some lingering remnant of your consciousness is like, nah, 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 I gotta, you gotta fold. You have to fold. Take the L. You have to fold. It's not time yet. Yeah, the world isn't ready for all this. Hmm. Maybe we do go back to the kind of fedora hat here. Not fedora, the little kind of like newsy cap here. Nah. Okay. Let's go back a couple steps, actually. Maybe if I just kind of reached over here with the transform tool and just kind of... Yeah, that works. Alright, so far we have the backwards hat, the pompadour, and the newsboy cap. And I don't know, what other kind of like summer headgear is there? There's like those wide brimmed hats, but maybe I should go for the beanie after all. It's gonna look a little stuffy, but I don't know. Is there such a thing as a summer beanie? Is that a thing that exists? Okay, yeah, no, there's a couple of them, but they don't look particularly comfortable. Hang on. What about a almost like upward brimmed hat? Oh, you know how like there's like a Dixie Cup sailor's hat, right? What about something like that? Hmm. Interesting choice to have there be a fedora. But I don't I like it's weirdly enough not out of place. Maybe it can be a little bit like a sombrero. Like that doesn't look bad, honestly. Like it could use some more refinement, but it's not bad at all. If we look at the silhouette, right? Hang on. If we try to go for a silhouette, it's kind of been like this, but then it goes like this. So maybe it should go like. Hmm. Yeah, maybe it should just be a ridiculously tall hat. It looks a little bit like I'm wearing a traffic cone on my head. Maybe a witch's hat? The witch goon combination feels irresponsible. Fuck it, Chicago bean hat. Bold new dimensions of a hat. Mm-hmm. We're millering where no man has millered before. And I don't know, compared to the other one, The only thing it really adds is height. I don't know. What if instead of having the not for the kerchief be in the back, we have it be in the front, and it's like this? That kind of works, actually. It's a little bit like. Have you ever seen? Okay, so have you seen those pictures of like Lubu Fengxian where he has like those peacock feathers? Hang on, like not the Fate Grand Order one, not that one. Or actually, you know what? Sure, Fate Grand Order Lubu Fengxian. Like these like huge things on his head, or like even like the Dynasty Warriors one. Or hang on, Lubu Fengxian historical. Hang on, can I get a Wikipedia scoping on this dude? Here we fucking go. These things. This is what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, I have no idea how to describe those even. Hmm. The thing is that those aren't really adding. Like, they're additions, but they're not like changes. You know what I mean? They're not like fundamentally. It's still the idea of the hat like this. So I'm kind of wondering. Maybe the answer isn't to. Can I almost have it be like a jester's cap? Wait. All right, this is also really powerful, is the problem. I'm kind of also really into this one. But rewind the tape just a little bit. Hold on. What if it's just like a big pile of fucking fabric? No real explanation for it, for like what the bulk is, right? It's just a really stupidly large hat. Almost like a pumpkin hat. It reminds me a little bit of a shower cap. Hmm. Alternatively, what we could have is that it just provides shade, and the rest of this is just rice. That might not be such a bad idea, actually. Hang on. Maybe we do it more carefully. A big plate of. Oh my god, that's exactly what this is. It's a big plate of rice. little smaller than that. This one's much more low key, but I also appreciate it. And I feel like I've seen like a gardening hat. Hang on. Open top gardening hat. Not these guys. What about like crazy gardening hat? Hold on, I gotta share some of these with you. Take a gander at this. It's like, I really like that, but unfortunately, I have no idea how I would incorporate it. Yeah, no, that's a hat you don't mess with. Yeah, this is kind of more what I'm picturing, like one of those like garden hats that have like a huge ribbon on it. So maybe we can kind of combine the whole thing. I guess that's kind of like what I was doing earlier. Hmm. One last alternative that I can think of. So just make it a big sunflower in the front here. Okay. I have a lot of these. Oh my god. Okay. Let's start ordering them around. All right, so we have the backwards hat. We have the Risador. We have the Newsboy cap. We have the knit cap. We've done a lot of these, huh? I'm getting sick of drawing myself. We have the Jester's hat, which I feel like maybe we didn't explore enough, but you know, the concept is there. We have the huge pumpkin hat. We have the kind of bunny ears knotted hat in front. We have the sunflower hat. We have another variation on the bunny knot. Yet another variation on the bunny knot. Another another one. I think this is the last one. And yeah, then we just have the big sombrero hat. Kind of want to revisit the jester hat a little bit. Oh god damn it, not again. I need to have like a timer that turns off my web browser if I'm not using it long enough. I've had to suffer this embarrassment twice in one stream. I might not recover from this. Well, whatever. It's in the past by now. But yeah, if that ever happens again, don't hesitate to speak up. Even if it requires me to beat my own ass about it, I need to be reminded of it when it happens. Kind of want to revisit this one here. What if I made the top part jet out just a little bit more? What about more than that? That one's looking a little bit like Ramleval's hat. If it had a brim. I could see that actually. Actually, hang on. Speaking of fighting game characters, there was like that I remember seeing this dude from the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 renders. Amingo, that was his name. Right, so hang on. What if like Alright, we gotta get rid of Lubu Function real quick. We can probably get rid of these for the time being too. Alright, so then what about... I gotta stop making so many of these. I'm gonna wear myself out. Alright, so Mingo's hat is kind of like the Pabs Infinite. You want to learn how to do a motherfucking infinite? He looks so cute next to Pabs. Alright. Never talk to me or my son again. It is kind of giving those vibes, huh? Okay. Oh my god, it works. Hang on. Fuck it, I'm stealing this guy's drip. I don't care. What's yours is mine. If you wanted it that bad, you should have actually been in your own game instead of being a character made entirely for Marvel versus Capcom 2, son. It's Sombrero, man. I don't think he has a copyright on that. That's true. Right. And this one we can attach the little band. Maybe just around here. Like a lesser bandana. You know, it does work really well. Maybe, I think it's missing a lot of the sauce that it has a lot of the sauce that these kind of like knotted hats had. So maybe if I kind of just where's like one of these that's more low key. This one, like for example, if this one was more like this. Consider the very top being open with a rice spilling out like normal rice paps. I did consider that a couple of times, but it looks strange, right? I mean, actually, It reminds me of one of those birthday cakes that people pop out of. It all comes together. Okay, I think we've got it, actually. Now let's bring this back. Okay. So let's do a little bit of a cleanup on this one. Let's blow it up a little bit. And let's just get some of the lines a little bit cleaner for the what do you call the flats phase. We've been going for a minute already, but like I feel like we can finish this tonight. It's not a good idea to leave these things pending for too long. Okay. So here's what let's do. I'm going to open up the graph that I have of myself. And we're basically just going to start working those colors in. Okay. Goodbye, Wolf Amigos. You were most helpful for my journey. Got that shit on for real? Kinda, yeah. All right, so here's what I'm thinking, right? Pure white for the lines here, right? And then for this one here, maybe that's too much. Yeah, no, I think having the triangles be a repeating pattern everywhere might be a stretch too far. Let's. They're kind of saucy, but I don't think they'll fit in too well. Let's try reining it in just a tiny bit. Besides, I think Amingo might beat my ass for real if he figures out that I stole his hat word for word, bar for bar. Okay. And again, I know that sombreros aren't really a copyrightable thing, but I'm gonna play it on the safe side. I'm gonna go for a lighter pair of pants this time around. Like, what about? Hang on, I need to turn off my orange filter. My concern is that it's gonna look a little bit desaturated if I go with like exclusively lighter colors. Maybe it's all a relative thing, though. Sometimes you should really just shouldn't think too hard about it. Mm, Now, my question is: do I bring in another color, or do I try to keep the color palette to just these guys? Because then I think that would mean the belt would end up being pink. That looks a little jarring. I don't know. What would be a good fourth color to bring in? Maybe red? No, that doesn't feel quite right. And select filter or select color gamut. This one here. Hmm. I think a darker tone might not be such a bad idea, honestly. It helped us differentiate it a little bit more. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, that's progress. Don't know about that one though. Should I just make it a pink belt buckle? I don't know. I'm worried that I'm overusing pink. It's supposed to be like the highlight color. At the same time, okay, hold on. That shade of yellow is exactly what I was looking for. Can't really go wrong with a good like cheddar yellow belt buckle in terms of your character design. Hmm. All right, just for shits and gigs, right? What happens if we have another one of the hats here? So what about I don't know, what's like a good runner up? Out of all of these, I do think honestly the classic newsboy cap is like one of the strongest. It's not the most creative, but it doesn't need to be, you know? It's not always about having the most out there thing. Can't go wrong with a classic after all. And this one would kind of go like this. Yeah, they have both very different vibes to them. Like this one feels much more festive, but this one I feel like is more locked in. It should be a darker color for the whole hat, or maybe a white pink, blue. Blue works. Yeah, having that almost be like a sort of denim hat. All right, I am sorry, but I do think the ordinary newsboy cap looks a little bit better than the sombrero. Let's see. Just filling out the rest of these. Well, in the end, I think we ended up going for like the full-on goon look, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I like this one much better than the other one. It hides my rice, and it's not particularly. It doesn't stand out that much, but I do think if I were to like figure out between these two which ones I like better, I do think the one on the right it has it. Oh wow, we've been going on for a little while now. Is there anybody still streaming tonight? Yeah, I'm gonna end things here for today. Thank you to everybody who came by. Thank you all for bearing with me as well when I forgot to turn off the web browser source. That's a bit embarrassing. I need to put that on a timer, I swear. But other than that, yeah, thank you all for coming by. Thanks again to Jupiter for the raid. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all on Thursday for finishing that Doki fan art we started yesterday. All right, take it easy, and I'll see you all later. Bye.